was so coordinated, and he was a powerful man. You never wanted to make him mad, but he was a wonderful physical specimen. He was tall, as you know, and powerful, and run and jump, and very agile. He was an incredible player.
I don't recall ever being blocked by somebody who's guarding me, because I'd always get my body in between them and the ball. Wilt tried to time it, and he could really leap.
Have you seen the rare video of Wilt Chamberlain from YouTube? It's amazing to watch. Blocking shots, actually catching some shots in midair. Pretty good stuff.
What comes to mind for you regarding Wilt?
Well, for me, what comes to mind is just how physically dominating Wilt was. I mean, his size and strength and athletic ability, he had a great variety of really incredible strong points to his athletic skills. People don't realize that, he can, when he went to the University of Kansas, he competed in the shot put and the high jump and the quarter mile, in addition to playing on the basketball team. He was really a superlative athlete.
What was your playing weight? About 275, 280?
No, my playing weight is around 300, 310.
I know you did a 4.4 and a 40-yard dash.
Yeah,
you were a
right.
sprinter.
Amazing athlete. I don't know if people realize I think he ran a 48-second 440.
Total monster. I can't explain to you.
I continue to call him the 8th wonder of the world when it comes to basketball.
We've heard all the myths and the legends about Wilt being a terrific all-around athlete.
Like when Wilt Chamberlain started a discussion about being able to touch a certain mark on the backboard.
Put your hand on the sergeant on top of the
top of that ball. I'll see that.
It's for and Lenny Wilkins, the big fella says, don't come in here, little guy, with that stuff.
Chamberlain blocks it. Oh, the call goes in. Monroe. Put it up again. Chamberlain slaps it out. That's 7 times Wilt's blocked shots tonight.
Probably the greatest play I have ever seen in my life. Wilt Chamberlain was involved with Gus Johnson. Wilt was standing there. Gus goes up to dunk it. Wilt catches the ball, throws Gus to the floor, still holding the ball. They carry Gus off the court with a dislocated shoulder from bouncing off the floor. I don't see how anyone in the NBA will ever be as strong as he was.
Paul Bellamy, being 6'11", 270 as he was.
220 pounds, Oscar Robertson.
Chamberlain, not only the ball, but Robertson down.
And he was the greatest athlete I think that's ever lived. The strongest man that's ever played this game.
Havlicek and Russell. Chamberlain on the defensive board.
I don't think as a player, it's a strength of Wilt.
They always said he was by far the strongest person who's ever played the NBA.
Absolutely. I mean, he lifted me up like with one arm like nothing. He was so powerful.
Wilt was probably the most powerful, strongest athlete that I've ever met.
He came to the gym and he would do a tricep extension that the big guys, the strongest guys, would do, let's say, 120 pounds. He would come and he would do 150, 170 pounds. That's how strong he was.
You could see the power. He was strong.
He was a magnificent athlete. Magnificent.
Do you know who Bob Lanier is? Bob Lanier is 6'11", played at 280 and 290.
The first time I went up against Wilt, I was in Detroit, and I'm pushing him. Wilt, he turns around, picks me up like I'm a little coffee cup, and moves me out the way and says, son, don't do that no more.
Saturation method. If you shoot enough of them, something's bound to go in. Maybe.
In those days, they didn't keep blocked shots. I kept them for all games that Wilt played. Russell blocked shots, but not as many as Wilt.
He played a game against the Detroit Pistons. In the game, he blocked 26 shots.
It was unbelievable. That was amazing. He was absolutely, truly amazing.
Wilt would not only block your shot, Wilt could go up in the air and catch your shot, which was like, ooh. A shot that appeared to be 3 feet above the basket. Wilt jumped up and caught this ball with one hand. The referee called goaltending. And I hollered at him, how could you call that goaltending? And he says, what I just saw is not humanly possible.
Watch as the slow-motion camera magnifies the wealth of this schoolboy's abilities. First, Chamberlain steals the ball in midair. Then, with a combination of expert dribbling and coordinated speed, the stilt moves up court, setting up a give-and-go play that nets his high school teammates another two-pointer.
Wilt could do whatever he wanted to on the basketball court. Strong, palmed a bowling ball, a 16-pound bowling ball, then put his fingers in the sockets and the holes,
palmed it like that and held it out.
It's not possible for any human being to do the kinds of things that he was able to do.
Wilt sort of toying with the opposition.
Wilt was just in a whole other category or something. I mean, he was just so...
And let me tell you what, it's, when you saw him, I mean, it's just, I mean, he's just a total disruptive force.
Chamberlain steals the inbound pass.
So every foul, Lakers steal it.
They try to go inside to Abdul-Jabbar. Chamberlain gets the ball. Nice play.
And I tell you what, Will Chamberlain is a very angry man right now.
The big captain's bad.
In the fourth quarter, Wilt just took over the game.
They try to go inside to Abdul-Jabbar. Chamberlain gets the ball. Nice play. In it goes for Jabbar. Chamberlain takes it away. Abdul-Jabbar against Chamberlain. Wilt took it away from him.
Chamberlain to Gukas. Gukas puts Philadelphia ahead.
Good defensive play by Wilt. Here come the Lakers. And that's Dandridge in the corner. In it goes to Jabbar. Jumps it up over Wilt. Wilt blocks it. In it goes to Abdul-Jabbar. Chamberlain spoiled it.
In the Jabbar. Jabbar gets Wilt. Batted away by Wilt.
I blocked 3 of his sky hooks in a row.
Puts it up. Chamberlain blocks it. Puts it up. Chamberlain blocks it.
Russell with the rebound. Blocked by Chamberlain. That's going to be a foul on Bailey Howell.
Shoots over Wilt. Pat Riley up high, committed himself too soon, and took it away from him. Wilt blocks the shot. This time Riley's got it. Here's a look at Wilt defensively.
Has been quite successful with the shot.
Chamberlain blocks down
Freeman. Jones, 3-on-2. Back to Havlicek. Beautiful block, Chamberlain. Beautiful block, Chamberlain. 2 great plays by Wilt Chamberlain. 3-on-1 break now for Philadelphia. Greer hits.
It is working mainly because of the new Wilt Chamberlain, who is letting the other Lakers do the scoring while he puts on an incredible defensive show.
I always felt like doing whatever to make the team win was the thing to do.
Well, I've been hearing about the center matchup since I entered this league, back with Wilt Chamberlain against Bill Russell and so on and so forth. I feel as though it's only a team that can beat you. It's no one man against man because it just doesn't count in the end.
We have to contain, each individual to a certain extent, but we'll have to go out there and play the team, and that's what is on my mind. Is just what we can do best to stop their team.
Mike Bill, a former coach in the NBA.
I kept thinking, shoot, how with Wilt on it? I mean, he was like a giant redwood tree, the biggest man I had ever seen or played against.
Who's the best player against?
Oh, Wilt Chamberlain, no question about it. Because I played against him a lot, and everything I've seen him do things that I've never seen any other player in basketball ever do.
Great play by Chamberlain.
That's one of the finest defensive plays I've ever seen in basketball. Man hit him up in the air, he reacted very quickly. Goes up in the air, Walker delays the ball, passes it to Love. He's got the ball now. Wilt's on the other side of the basket, and a great reflex action to pick the ball up by Walker. Great play by Wilt Chamberlain.
Tremendous performer. This guy is just a magnificent athlete. There's no question about it. He's quite a runner. He's a good high jumper. He handles the weights and the bars. He takes excellent care of himself. Wilt really works at physical conditioning. He's no surprise that he's so great. He works so hard to attain it.
And this is a shot I felt that was goaltending. Goaltending is called when the ball is on his downward flight. Now he's up in the air, and the ball is coming down at the basket, and Chamberlain goes up and deflects it.
That's worth another look. That was a close one.
Siegfried. Beautiful shot. Goaltending. Goaltending against Chamberlain. Havlicek. Goaltending again on Chamberlain.
I think in this playoff, maybe more than any games I have seen him play this year, his play inside defensively and rebounding-wise has been awesome. He has really made up for a lot of defensive mistakes that we've made. He is our big eraser back there. I think the reason he missed that shot was because Wilt Chamberlain. He hesitated a little bit. He had a relatively easy shot, and Wilt Chamberlain there to really scare him out of it.
One at home so far. Bob Weiss. Bob Love. Chamberlain inside, and Wilt, intimidating, finally gets it.
He intimidated not once, but 3 times, and of course they just another 2 points.
Rose puts it up. Artis Gilmore goes in on Chamberlain, and he's called for traveling.
You know, I'm trying to look at Artis Gilmore and Wilt Chamberlain together. Artis says he's 7 feet 2 inches tall, and Wilt standing out there a good 2 inches taller than he is.
Goes to Gilmore. Blocked by Chamberlain.
You can't do that with a big guy there. That was good block by Chamberlain.
Gilmore challenged him, and Chamberlain rejected it. To Rick Barry. Underneath to Gilmore. He's going to try it again on Chamberlain. Again, he is rejected. Winkle.
There was a struggle between 2 very strong men.
To go third quarter, Frazier's shot. Blocked by Chamberlain, taken out of there by Hairston. Give it to West. Missed the shot. Goodrich the rebound. Missed the shot. Chamberlain missed. Oh! Another 4-point play. A block shot and scoring.
Wilt Chamberlain's playing with 4 of my freshmen against Magic, Bernard King, James Worthy, Byron Scott, and Green. And it's game point. Magic throws a sky hook. Wilt blocks it. Magic calls game. And Wilt says, that wasn't goaltending. That was a clean block. And Magic took the ball. He said, game over next. And Wilt said, hey, coach, was that goaltending? I said, no, that was a clean block. Magic says, what do you think he's going to say? They're his kids. And Wilt says, all right, look, we're going to play a game till 12. Winner stays, and there'll be no more shots made at this basket. He blocked every shot. 43 years old. He was blocking everything. It was unbelievable.
Somebody used to play in those 80s games who I asked who's the best player you ever played with or against told me it was about a 50-year-old Wilt Chamberlain at those UCLA pickup games. He was that kind of physical presence.
Russell or Wilt? That's impossible. It's impossible. If you look at statistics, it would tell you that Wilt Chamberlain is far superior player. If you look at winning championships, Russell would be the far superior player. Give a coach to take one of the 2 of them, I'm sure a lot of them would take Wilt Chamberlain. And I love Bill Russell. He's one of my best friends. But he played on a team where Wilt maybe didn't have the kind of players surrounding him he needed to win.
You know, people keep telling me, oh yeah, who's the greatest center? And they keep throwing out these names and they're saying Russell. And you know, Bill Russell is the greatest center in the history of the game for helping a team achieve championships. But from the standpoint of picking a player with the skills required to play the center position on both ends of the court, there isn't anyone that comes close to what Wilt Chamberlain accomplished.
Michael's the greatest 2-guard to ever play the game and one of the most exciting players to ever put on a uniform. But to say that he's the greatest player ever and that he was a greater player than Wilt Chamberlain is ludicrous. Wilt Chamberlain was the most dominant and the greatest center to ever play the game, bar none. I mean, I love, you can talk about Kareem and you can talk about Shaq and you talk about Hakeem Olajuwon. There's no one that is close to what Wilt Chamberlain did in his career.
Best center, Russell or Chamberlain?
Chamberlain.
Best player ever, Michael Jordan or LeBron James or someone else?
Wilt Chamberlain.
Really?
90. Here's a guy, hasn't played in 40 years, still has 90-some records on the books.
Wilt never fouled out a game in his whole pro career.
That's another
He only
record.
fouled out one game. He only fouled out one game in his whole basketball career, and that's when he was a teenager, and a guy told him, Wilt, if you foul out, you have no value to your team.